Hey, it's Coach Joe from StayFitAnywhere. Welcome back to the StayFitAnywhere lifestyle vlog. It's going to be raw, unscripted, so anything goes. But today, just wanted to talk to you about more what I'm going to be doing for the month of May. It's a self-care month for me. I don't know if it's because of home isolation, my daughter's not in school right now, taking care of a newborn, the stress is kind of getting to me. It's about 5 weeks now, I think we've been told to stay at home a bit more, so don't know, maybe it's just tension, the stress of it all, so it's kind of building up everywhere. So I thought, what a great month to make sure I'm more focused on self-care. So it's a lot of mobility work I'll be doing this month, a lot of range of motion, just to better my body for movement for the summer. So hopefully when summer comes, I'll be moving a lot smoother with less aches and pains. Because getting older, having kids, chasing them around, body's not as limber as it used to be. And I'm also going to answer one of the questions I get asked a lot too, at least more frequently in the last month or so. What's the number one best piece of equipment that, if I was to recommend, that you should have at home? I actually did a video on the best beginner's equipment, almost like a beginner starter home package that you should probably get if you're going to be doing any home workouts. And later on in this video, I'll answer the question of, if I can only get one piece of equipment, what would I recommend getting? But right now, let's go do some rolling. Don't know if you guys caught my video on Facebook, but I talked about possibly getting a percussion massage gun, and I actually did find one. I didn't want to buy the most expensive one. The last one I checked out was called the Hypervolt, and it was pretty expensive, and I didn't really want to spend $300 to $400 US on this tool right now, just because I wasn't 100% sure on it, even though I tried it briefly at a trade show probably about 6 months ago. So I was looking for something a little similar to that, but with a lower drop in price. So really, I'm just looking for something cheaper because I don't want to spend that kind of money just yet on a tool that I'm not 100% sure on, even though I've heard great things about it for recovery, muscle tension release. So it's really similar to, I guess, you going to a massage therapist, but at this time you can't go to massage therapy, at least not for me. And so getting a device like this will probably really help improve my mobility and get out some of the trigger points within my muscle tissues. So I'm looking for something a little cheaper, that's got the power that I need, and that's quiet, because I've also heard that some of them are really loud, because it's based on a jigsaw, and I don't feel like listening to this jigsaw noise while I'm trying to have a relaxing, massage to try to break muscle tissue. So I'm gonna find one, and when I do that, I'll test it out and give you guys a review on that. So for today, I'm just using my roller and the peanut. So I'm just gonna go through a quick little roll, and I'll show you guys what I'm doing and answer one of your questions too. But more on that later. I just gotta do some rolling. So first off, I'm gonna roll out some of my IT glutes, basically the side of my glutes, just because these areas, if you're sitting a lot or you're just kind of standing sometimes, these areas within your lower body really kind of tense up. So I'm just gonna go through a roll, but throughout the week, throughout the month actually, you'll be seeing a lot more detailed rolling techniques I'm going to show you. So that was a quick 5-minute roll session. Really helps with mobility. So that always feels great. A nice lower body rolling session, always doing some self-care, really seek any of my muscle tensions. If you haven't been doing some sort of rolling or any kind of mobility flexibility routine, you got to do it, because it'll make you feel fantastic after. Because let's face it, as we're busy as parents, and just everything's on the go, sometimes we need that little bit extra release in our lower body just to make us function normally. But okay, so now I know you've been waiting for my number one piece of equipment. If I only had to pick one piece of equipment, what would it really be? Well, out of all the pieces of equipment I have at home, and it's not a lot, I don't work out with a ton of equipment. See, as you can see, I've got some kettlebells, some dumbbells, and some bands, and some of my rolling stuff. It's a little pile, it's a mess of like equipment right here. But if I had to choose what my number one piece of equipment would be, amongst all this noise of my kids yelling in the background, it would be this. Well, maybe not just specifically this, but resistance bands. Because resistance bands are versatile and they're portable. So you might think, hey, bands just won't cut it because they're not as heavy as weights or kettlebells or any type of, big machines, right, that you're just pushing plates. And you're right in a sense, like, yeah, it's not going to be identical or mimic, like a kettlebell or dumbbells, right? Like, you're not going to get the same sort of resistance. But if you're not looking to bodybuild or, to push a car off your chest, and if you're really looking to lean out and just maybe tone some muscles and define and still create some strength, bands are a great way to do that. So don't disregard the band. And what I love about the band, and I'm not affiliated with any band products or anything, right? It's just that I do truly believe this is what I use probably most of the time is bands throughout my workouts, because one, I can tie them onto anything really in any elevated distance, right? So sometimes I'll have it tied up high, sometimes down low, sometimes midline. So it allows me to do a lot of different varieties of exercises with the band. So if you're looking for additional exercise with the bands, I have a whole playlist of band exercises going through all the body parts. So today, I went through a couple of things, what I'm just doing throughout the week, and one of the main things, like I said, was just making sure I'm keeping my body nice and limber, right? This, this isn't a, this video didn't go through in depth of how I'm going to be rolling or the resistance bands. The lower body mobility video will be coming out soon, but it was just so I can actually function and move properly, so I can, keep up with that one right there. And it's not easy because I gotta be moving up and down, crawling around all the time, and then also making sure my other newborn isn't getting into trouble. As you can see, I'm not a really good responsible dad right now. She's chasing after some vacuuming hoses. But just want to go through quickly, like what I'd be doing to just kind of mobilize my lower body, and giving you my number one piece of equipment if I had to only choose one. And that would be, like I mentioned, the resistance band. Nice and versatile. So if you've liked this video, smash that subscribe button, click on that bell notification, and you'll know when I upload my next vlog. So stay tuned till then. But if you're looking to strengthen your body right now, check out those resistance band exercises here.